I'm Joshua Poville. I'm with Sussman and Watkins. We represent Mr. Shabazz. We met the new judge today. This is Judge Mcnally. He's been assigned from Rensselaer County to come down and preside over the case. What went on today was really not much at all. Judge Mcnally was briefed on the case. He didn't have familiarity with it yet. He now does. He has a motion that he needs to decide, which will govern what discovery we receive and the form in which we receive it. We expect we'll get that within 2 weeks, and once we have that, then we can get busy reviewing the discovery and the case will move forward. We'll be back here right before Christmas, actually, to conference again. And that's all that happened today. Not a whole lot.
Right. And why did Judge Williams recuse himself?
Judge Williams recused himself because there was the possibility that it would appear improper for him to continue presiding over the case because he knows Ishmael so well and had so many dealings with him in the past, and in particular because it's our intention to argue that Ishmael was entrapped, and when a court considers, when that's presented to a jury, sort of everything about his past will become relevant, because the question will be whether he was the kind of person who was inclined to commit this crime already. So who he is, what he's done in the past, and everything about him becomes relevant, and that's why Judge Williams, knowing those kinds of things, agreed that it wasn't appropriate for him to continue to preside over the case. So and Judge Mcnally knows nothing about you, or so it would appear. I had to tell him who you were, so I think that's good. Yeah.
And the issue of protective, order of protection.
Order. Right. So the people, the government doesn't want to disclose certain pieces of information about the confidential informant who they utilized in their investigation. They don't want to tell us what his criminal history is. They don't want to tell us what their agreement is with him. He worked pursuant to an agreement with the government. We don't know what that agreement is, and they don't want to tell us yet. They will eventually, but they don't want to disclose it now. In addition, they have days, they say, of video and audio recordings of the interactions that they don't want to give to us. They want to make us come up here to their office and sit in their offices and watch it. And so that's something that the judge needs to decide, whether they should make copies, turn it over to us so we can review it in our own offices, or whether we're going to be required to come here and sit in theirs.
And you have a cross motion denying them that.
It isn't really a cross motion. It was in opposition to their motion. So the judge, again, when he referred to a cross motion, he hasn't even seen the papers yet. So that's why he needs some time to review it and issue his ruling. So that's really where things stand. It's our contention that there's no need to keep us from getting copies. We can be trusted with the copies just like anyone else, and that the other information we actually need. And we need it sooner rather than later in order to adequately defend the case. So hopefully the judge will agree.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Mr. Shabazz, how do you feel about today's appearance?
Well, I expected that. That the judge, he just got the case, so he wouldn't be able to pass judgment on it as of yet. So I'm confident in my attorneys handling this proper. I was telling Josh, man, when I first met him, I liked him. So he does his work. So I'm pleased to have him. And I know Michael about 16, 17 years, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I know that I have a good defense attorney.
That's great. Anything else you think that people need to know about this?
No.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right.